I'm with Al-Khair, and I'm also one of the elders and founding members of Mearns Cycling Club. It was started out a couple of years ago in Scotland, out of East Renfrewshire, and alhamdulillah we have probably well over 40 cyclists who are very enthusiastic. Some of them had never cycled ever, and they decided to start cycling, especially during the pandemic. This resulted in a small group of 5 or 6 to explode to the number it is now, and it continues to grow, alhamdulillah. In our Asian community, we have very high diabetes and cardiac issues, and for that reason it's a positive for the community to do exercise together, and this is one of the best exercises to join in on. We decided to do a charity ride in Mallorca. It has some of the best challenges that are globally known, and these climbs were very tough for the guys. One of them was 7 miles of approximately 7% climbing. Perhaps it doesn't mean too much, but imagine being out of breath, struggling to go up a hill, even just running. Well, it very much the same on the bike. And in total, 15 gentlemen went from our club, and every single one of them did over 5 days of cycling, and in particular, one of them managed to hit 388 miles, which is staggering. So this is our journey, and we would like to thank you for being donors to the charity. There were a lot of great causes, from masjids to empowering women, helping them with sewing machines. Well over 63 were donated. A couple houses in Pakistan, as well as wheelchairs and a masjid as well. So Jazakallah, and from my heart to yours, thank you for your support.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Adil. I'm one of the riders who went out to do the charity cycle in Mallorca, Spain. I cycled 5 days continuous over 5 days, and did 22,000 feet of climbing. Alhamdulillah, it was an amazing experience for doing it for charity for affected brothers and sisters in Turkey and Pakistan.
My name is Sajid Qayyum, and I was one of the team members of the MCC group that went to Mallorca for Al-Khair.
My name's Kashif Ali, and I was also with Sajid and doing the ride for Al-Khair to Mallorca.
So myself and Kashif were probably, and Nadeem were probably the kind of slightly slower guys, the ones that needed more training. So we were actually quite hard in training for a month and a half before the ride, to get into shape, and really to kind of put as many miles in, because it was the mileage that we'd never done in our life before. I don't know how you felt, Cash.
Yeah, it was the endurance aspect of it, obviously doing continuous mileage, day to day, back to back. So that was the hardest part. It wasn't just one day; it was a continuous days.
It's something we'd never done before. It was a major challenge. It was a privilege to do it for Al-Khair and for all the different countries that we've raised money for, alhamdulillah. by the grace of Allah. And I think it's one of the things I was when I was doing one of the toughest climbs, which was about 9 miles of climbing, and was it 3,000 feet? That's the biggest climb that I've ever done in my life. I made some short videos about, halfway through, doing this for a good cause, and we're just thinking, alhamdulillah, this will not only, improve our cycling, but actually, be raising money for an incredible cause.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think before the ride we were actually considering taking the short route to the top, but Brother Sajid gave us a reminder we're doing this for a charity, and that's what spurred me on to carry on with the ride rather than take a lift to the top.
Yeah, so at the bottom of the ride, there was about, I think, 6 of us, and we were considering, because this was a very tough climb. It was, by this point, it was about 2 o'clock, so it was high sun, so we were very worried whether we'd be able to make it through or not. And 3 of us, Nadeem's not here today, but managed to do the climb. Took us a good few hours of constant climbing, very tough for us, but alhamdulillah, we're really glad we pushed on, we managed it, and we're here to tell the tale.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Motivation was twofold. One is, of course, being out there for an incredible charity, raising money for people who are in need. That's always a motivation for us. Second thing for me personally was the fact that it was the Mearns Cycling Club team together doing it. There's no way I could have got through those rides because that ride was quite a few thousand feet of climbing, but it was 70, 80 miles in the heat. There's no way I could have done that by myself. It was the team spurring us on, keeping us going, motivated. A really good chat on the way. Alhamdulillah. It's the company that made it for me as well.
Definitely. It was the company that made it, and it's the company that made it possible for us to complete the rides that we did. Alhamdulillah.
Assalamu alaikum, my name's Irfan. I'm a member of the MCC Cycling Club, Mearns Cycling Club. Niaz has already spoken to you about the trip to Mallorca for charity. It took a tremendous amount of planning, so great thanks to Niaz and to Shazad in particular for doing all of the planning, and to Carrie as well for planning the logistics, the flights, the travel, the accommodation, the routes, which Shazad put a lot of time and effort into preparing principal routes and also secondary routes for less abled riders. I was coming back from quite a serious injury, so it really was important that there was something there to cater for all of the riders. The training in itself was quite difficult. Coming back from injury always has its challenges, but we trained, mashallah, together and individually. We trained hard for this challenge. We only had a few weeks prior to Ramadan ending to get ready for the challenge as well. But going out to Mallorca, cycling in a different country, a different environment, bigger hills, bigger mountains, bigger climbs, in warmer conditions, was certainly something new to quite a lot of us. Some of us are seasoned riders and travel regularly, but for me it was my first time abroad cycling with the group. It was a great experience. I really enjoyed travelling with the brothers as a group and experiencing everything together. It was nice to see that Niaz had put in the effort to prepare parties, even though he couldn't be there. But the charity aspect was very important to all of us, and so it was nice to see that we were able to raise funds for those affected by the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. And inshallah, if we ever get the chance to do it again and raise more funds for charity, inshallah we will do that. Okay, thank you.
Oh, that was one of the toughest climbs. equal to Sakalabra, if not more. Woo boy! But I made it in the end. I'm hoping Cash and Nadim are not far that behind. But my lord, look at that scenery. Is that not the glory of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala personified? What a beautiful place. What a stunning, stunning island this is we've come to. There's just such amazing scenery all around. Look at those mountains pegged up there. Words fail. Actually, words fail because I'm totally zonked. And now, just got 30 miles to get back home. Ah! But look, here it comes. Woohoo! Superman is here.